Morocco.
Is that Heenan? That is Heenan.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, he was the manager of the Blackjacks, of course.
And Joe Walcott is the referee in this one. Right before this, we saw the AWA World Champ Vern Gagne beat Ivan Koloff in 3 falls. And then we saw the AWA Tag Champs Nick Bockwinkel and Ray Stevens beat Billy Robinson and Wilbur Schneider.
Holy smokes, what a card.
Dusty Rhodes beat Wahoo McDaniel.
Jesus.
Andre beat Larry Henning and Butcher Vachon in a handicap match. Baron Von Raschke beat Billy Red Cloud. Bobo Johnson beat Little Bruiser. And Art Thomas beat Hans Harmon. This is a loaded-ass card from Soldier Field in 1972. Some really rare old-school footage. If you love the history of pro wrestling, you got to go check out WHWMonday.com. See some of this. I think you'll want to check out ClassicWrestling.net.
There's some good stuff here, man. So this had to be. This is from the Hall of Fame library.
Well, I think that's just what Bob was calling it. He was able to get this old footage and was like, how do I show shit that's 15 years old?
Yeah.
So we'll just call it the Hall of Fame library.
But it really, in reality, this had to be the Gagne's footage. Vern Gagne's footage.
Yeah, it was probably something that he promoted. Again, Bob was a promoter for the AWA.
Okay.
In Vern. So I'm sure whoever was the promoter that night technically owned it, because I don't think this was something that was shot for television. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, you know how George Pantis has like some 8mm film? Like, I don't think we're seeing like a full broadcast version here because there's lots of jump cuts.
Right. How about interesting that Heenan, the manager, was allowed in the cage?
Yeah, that's weird, isn't it?
That is weird. That's kind of unique.
What do you think about WWE doing War Games this past weekend? I know you didn't have a chance to see it, but it feels like, you know, Blood and Guts just happened in AEW, and then War Games happened in WWE. Are cage matches coming back in wrestling, do you think?
Yeah, I think so. I think very much so. And it was always the way to blow off a feud. When you said that the WWE had War Games, I'm going to tell you I didn't even know that until you told me just now. So. And
James, Tony and Conrad, does this shot not show the cage better than angles today? It seems like today you always see the cage, but this has a better view from the outside. It doesn't seem as blocked. What do you think?
Well, it's a different type cage. There goes Heenan. The cage today is a little bit more.
Heenan's going to come up with a crimson mask, bro.
Yes, he is. The cage today is bigger and more solid. But these are some pretty good shots. But I can't say it's better than what we see today, because today we have just so many different camera angles.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Hey, so let's get back to that El Karai. Did you ever get a Red Ryder BB gun as a kid?
Yeah, I did.
Did you shoot your eye out?
No, I did not, but I shot a lot of things. Oh, here's the goodbye.
Incorporated, in association with Championship Wrestling Incorporated, for Dick the Bruiser and all the monsters of the mat, I invite you back next Saturday night after midnight at 12:30 for more fun and blood here on Channel 26. Join us if you dare.
Let me ask you, Tony. Real deal.
Yeah.
How many sober people watched this program in 87? Because it feels like it was required that you be several beers or one good doobie in before you watch this.
Yeah, midnight on Saturday. One would think that would be the time, right? I like the goodbye. Join us next week for more blood and fun. That's how we should have signed off Blood and Guts.
People are asking, did this air at 12:30 in the morning? Yes, it did. It was a time buy, surprise. But Tony, speaking of a buy, this past week in Nashville, you received your very first Christmas present.
My first, Conrad, it came from Jim Valley, who we all know and love. And Jim, I credit Jim when I did that sit-down interview years ago at the Mid-Atlantic Convention. sat down and did that interview and was kind of unlike Tony Schiavone that you had known, and you were in the audience. And it kind of started the podcast, which kind of got me back in, which did get me back into wrestling.
Hell yeah.
So I have as you know, we both have a place in our heart for Jim Valley.
Always.
Yep. And Jim, has battled for some health problems, but he was in Nashville the other night with, it was a group of 5 of them. And he says, I got something for you. I got a present for you. And I said, wow. He said, I know you're a Batman fan. I said, yes. He said, so I was at Dubai and I got this Batman figure that you're not going to believe. So here it is. It's Batman, as you can see right here. Right? Batman.
I got it. I see it. Batman.
All right. But here's what you are not expecting.
Wait,
Batman,
Tony, that says Avengers.
Batman is an Avenger. Now, the Avengers are Marvel, and Batman is classic DC. This says where it should say Marvel right here. It says classic. Titan Hero Tech. And just to make sure that nobody is confused, there's our boy Batman with all the Avengers on the back. And if you push the button, yes, you're not hearing things. That's the voice of Captain America in a Batman that you can only get in Dubai. That it meant a lot to me because it was from Jim, but
Yes.
Is this not one of the coolest things ever? I bet you there are not many people in the world that have this, or at least in the United States that have this.
Not legally. That's
Yeah,
for sure.
not legally. Batman, Titan Hero Tech. And there he is as an Avenger. And there he is on the side as an Avenger.
Man, between Monsters of the Mat and Batman joining the Avengers tonight, Tony, I feel like we've seen it all. But right now, sadly, it looks like it's about that time.
Hit the music, Dave. Christmas, why not get him a wide lip Gatorade? Yes, sir. We're not talking about the drink. Nope, we're talking about the bottle. Yes, sir. If your redneck friend, gets a wide lip Gatorade full of Gatorade, he'll just pour it out. Why? So he can pee-pee in it. That's right. On them long road trips while running his mouth to tick people off as he does, he'll pee-pee in that wide lip Gatorade bottle. Never mind that he'll ask you to stop 100 times on the trip to get beef jerky, pork skins, or a Keystone Light. You'll still want to pee-pee in that wide lip Gatorade bottle. The wide lip Gatorade bottle, the container of choice for redneck from Virginia, Carolina, Georgia, Tennessee, Louisiana, and have washed up comedians everywhere. It's the wide lip Gatorade bottle, available at recycling bins worldwide. Fans, be sure to join us each and every Wednesday on the LibSim Podcasting Network. But Monday, since we're desperately out of time, I want to tell you we come to you on
Patreon, patreon.com/WHW Monday. And of course, adfreeshows.com. Did you put Christmas on a credit card? Don't stress out about that extra holiday spending. SaveWithConrad.com can help you consolidate all of your high interest rate credit cards into one much lower monthly payment. SaveWithConrad.com has helped families just like yours save up to $800 a month. You don't need perfect credit or money out of your pocket. And did I mention no payments until March? So don't make saving money a resolution next year. Make it happen today at SaveWithConrad.com. NMLS number 2129, Equal Housing Lender.